Go across there, you run into I-5, but there used to be a place where two highways crossed right out in the middle of the desert. It was called Blackwell's Corners because there's a little restaurant right there where they crossed. Anyway, from where you leave Paso Robles, you go over the hill, and when you get at the top of the hill, you can see probably 40, 50 miles down the road, and it's like straight as a string. And
Up loud.
it was 1962 when I was taking the truck across there. It was at night and probably getting close to midnight. And about as far down the road as the lights would shine, I could see something white in the headlights. And when I got down there closer, I could see it was a girl walking along the highway, and the white was her hair. Her hair was as white as it could be. And I'm probably 30 miles from Paso Robles, and it's another 20, 25 miles to Blackwell's Corners, and the closest town to there is Bakersfield, and that's another 30 or 40 miles. So anyway, I hadn't passed no cars or nothing, and I stopped. She wasn't hitchhiking. I just stopped and asked her if she wanted a ride, and she got in the truck with me. And asked her what caused her hair to be so white. She started telling me the story about when she was in school. In 1958, she started to school at this college back in the South. I can't even remember the name of the town where she was going to school, but it was in the South somewhere. And she said that when she got in college, that she was trying to get into this sorority. And, you had to have good grades and all that to get in, and she qualified to get in the sorority. And they had to be initiated to belong to the sorority. She said the initiation was spending the night in an old haunted sugar plantation. And there've been a lot of stories around town about how this place was haunted and how scary it was and all the weird things that had been happening around there. She said that had them all scared, and there was 16 girls that was going to join the sorority that had qualified. She said the night that they were supposed to do this initiation, well, they loaded them all up in a van and took them out there, and said they took 4 girls and put them in the basement of this haunted house and locked them in a room and just left them a candle for light. And they come back and got 4 more and put them on the main floor in a room there, and they come back and got 4 more and put them on the second floor. And she said while they were putting these girls in here and locking them in and leaving them their candle, her and these other 3 girls had talked it over and decided that it's too scary. So the place looked really eerie. So they decided they weren't going to go, and they didn't. And so they took them back to the school, told them that they couldn't get in the sorority. So they went back the next morning to get these other girls that they had locked in there, and they never found them. And they never have found them. They never have found what went with those girls. They can't find what happened to them. There's no sign of death, no sign of anything torn up. They were just gone, and they still don't know what happened to them. Anyway, she said after that, well, her and these other 3 girls really palled around a lot all through college, and everybody in the school called them the Lucky 4. She said they got to be really close friends, and they all lived in separate towns in different places around the country. And when they graduated, they decided that every year they would have a little reunion with the 4 of them in this town where they graduated. And the first year that they were supposed to have their reunion, they had got in touch with each other, and they were all 4 going to make it to this reunion. She said her and 2 other girls showed up, but one of them was not there, and she said they went ahead and had a little party and everything. And she said one of them was trying to call the other girl and never could get in touch with her, and so a few days later they found this other girl in a car out on a back road. She'd been killed. She said it was really a weird deal, They couldn't really find out who did it or anything. And was an unsolved crime, and she said that the next year, when they were supposed to meet, only her and one other girl showed up, and she said that the other girl had been going with this guy that was a pilot, and when she didn't show up, well, you know, they phoned the airport where they had supposedly flown from, and they did take off, filed a flight plan and all that. They found this plane crashed miles from their flight path. No apparent reason for them getting off of the path. Couldn't figure out why the plane crashed, you know, really tore the plane up. And she said that really scared her and the other girl. They decided somebody was trying to kill them, and when the cops was investigating this plane crash, well, they discovered that these 4 girls had been connected to all those other girls that disappeared, and they decided that maybe somebody was trying to kill them or killing them. And she said that her and this other girl decided they'd never see each other again. They didn't want anything to do with the circumstances, and she said the cops talked them into having another reunion next year to see if they could catch whoever was doing this, and they promised them they would send somebody with them and have a plainclothesman with them and really watch out for them so they didn't get hurt or anything. She said they finally did agree to do this, and when they came back to the town, well, they went out and had dinner and all of that and had a good time, and really didn't have a good time, but they made a show at it anyway. And they had sent a plainclothesman to her house, went with her all the way from where she lived to this town. She said that they rented rooms right next to each other in a hotel. And next morning they got up to go to breakfast, and they couldn't get the other girl's door open. You know, they had to get a key and get it open, and the other girl was dead. Had been choked to death. And that's the night that she was supposed to die!
Don't anywhere. What did you call that, Sarah?
Are these everyday words that we're going to understand?
I don't. Yeah, usually it is. Sometimes they're hard.
Yeah.
Everybody gets around there, they don't pull out.
They're just competing.
Sometimes they're really easy.
If you put dish, what's left?
The object is given
O&M.
Addition.
Dish. Modest.
Yes.
Modest.
Oh.
Schmoid. Schmoid.
S-H-M-O-I-D.
These girls, they can go lickety split. Oh, they're not bad.
I think that might be modest. What else is it going to be?
All these words.
See if modest is a word. You record?
Movie.
Okay, well, here's
You're not
L.
It's all right, just keep little steps at a time. We're coming into some old close area. Here's the table, so just keep moving straight ahead. You're just fine. Keep walking, making steps. That's it. Coming right ahead. We're entering the court. Coming right into the court of King Bobo. He's very nice. Once you meet him, we're almost there. It's just fine. You're doing just fine. Just come right ahead. Right on up. Just about 3 more steps, okay? Right now. before we can meet King Bobo, we have a couple of requirements we have to do, okay? First of all, we have to turn around 3 times, okay? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
That's 1, and that's 2, and that's 3. 1, well, almost 3, okay? Now, the next requirement is to kneel down on one knee. Just, you got my chair right here, just kneel right down. And you need to just put your hand, drop your hand down to the side, okay? Now, before you can meet King Bobo, we'll take the blindfold off. You have to kiss the ring on his finger. And
Oh,
it's right
God.
up here in front of you. Just bend forward, he'll put it up there too. Okay, good job. Now, let's take the blindfold off and you can meet King Bobo. There you go. Here's the ring on it. Elaine can't see. She got her glasses on. I can see.
You know what I thought it was? The dog. That's what I thought it was.
Where's your glasses?
I had to take them off.
Oh, okay. Wait, no.
It sounded better. I thought, oh God, I didn't even pick it up. Kitty seen it right in the mouth. That was cool. Where's any freaking She's coming out looking like somebody else. She wants to disguise herself.
I'm gonna get my clothes off. Can you imagine doing it in a bar? Being the biggest, neatest guy they can be.
Right into the throne room. We are beginning to enter the throne room of King Bobo. Okay, just a little bit more, just a couple more steps. Just a couple more steps. Okay, there. Now, we have to do a couple of things before we can meet him. Okay? Okay, first of all, we have to turn around 3 times, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the next thing you have to do before you can meet him is you have to kneel down on one knee.
Doesn't matter which knee.
No, no matter which knee. Kneel down. Okay. Put your hand on your side here, okay? Now, the last thing you have to do before you meet King Bobo is you have to kiss the ring on his finger, okay? It's right there in front of you. Just kiss the ring on his finger. There you go. Now we can take this off and you can meet King Bobo.
At least it wasn't the dog.
Oh, it's only that. I thought it was the dog.
This one is not going to be easy. Okay.
Tastes good.
It wasn't bad.
Were you scared? You expect the worst?
No, I wasn't scared. I never heard anybody die.
We ain't killed him.
Oh, I can't hardly
He's a
wait.
nice king.
I bet he's a nice king. Why are you putting my hand?
I don't want you to have to blindfold. Now you have to go in. Do what we.
Well, can I can't put my hand
No,
on?
I'm taking care of you. Now just
I
follow
bet
me.
you are. You're today at the bar around today.
Now we're entering.
I want to touch him. I
Coming very close now, and you're soon going to meet him.
Oh,
No problem
why
whatsoever.
does this feel like
You're
this is the end of
doing
my life?
Just fine, okay? Right here. Now, first, we have to do a couple of things first. Put your hands to your side, Mary. We're going to turn you around 3 times, all right?
Okay.
1, 2,
You're gonna make me
3.
dizzy.
Now,
That's what you want to do is make me
you
dizzy.
have to bow down on one knee. Kneel down on
Oh,
one knee.
no, I'm not going to do this.
Kneel down on one knee and put your hands to your sides. Now,
Yeah, Gina, I used to like you.
one more thing, and then you can meet King Bobo. That's all you have to do, okay? Now, you have to kiss the ring on his finger.
No.
Yes, yes. And he's got it right here. Come on. There it is, right there in front of him.
Where?
Right there. Kiss the ring on his finger, Mary. There. Good girl. Now, we'll take the blindfold off and you can meet King
Oh, I
Bobo.
can't hardly.
Open the road.